Hey, yo, peace and blessings, fam. Yeah, man, it's your kinfolk DMR. We tapping in on YouTube live. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how we gonna do that. So, if you're new to this platform, welcome. Want to let you know what we do here. We celebrate classic hip hop albums, legendary MCs, DJs, producers, etc., in a cashmere sweater. You know what I'm saying? I come to celebrate a few albums tonight. I got some bros that's gonna tap in a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? And we can, do a little hip hop convo, with some of my commission brothers. But until then, how everybody doing out there, man? What's going down? What's going down? I hope y'all good. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all had a good weekend. It's Monday night. You know how we do. Yeah, I'm usually on IG, but I say tonight, I wanna, you know, shake things up a little bit and come over here and see how YouTube got me looking, man. It got me looking real crispy, man. Real 4K, like, you know what I'm saying? What's the deal, fam? Yeah. I'm looking for my bro, Raka Bash. Raka Bash gonna tap in. It's my Detroit partner, my Detroit brother from the commission. You know what I'm saying? Let me hit him up real quick. Yeah, we getting it in though. There's been a lot of hip hop shit popping off, man. 50th year anniversaries. I'm talking about awards, all kind of shit been popping off, man. But sometimes, we gotta take the time to recognize some of these albums from the early 90s, late 80s, go back, show some love. Let me see where my fam at. Yeah, we finna get it in. We finna chop it up. See what we looking like up in here. Hey, salute to my fam Poncho. Salute to the whole commission, man. Say it's a gang of them. It's a gang of them in the commission, man. I'm talking about worldwide. Worldwide. We got my boy Ray Lansky, Brina, Chop It Up Hip Hop, D Flipping, Fancy, Fifth Element Crew, Aztec De Niro, Poncho, Raka Bash, Ringo, you know what I'm saying? Ultra Mag, Bump Jonas, Homestead Slim, man, it's going down. There go my boy Raka Bash, man. Yeah, tap in when you're ready, fam. I put the StreamYard link in the commission chat. I put the StreamYard link in the commission chat, Raka Bash. That's my fault. Yeah, man, we about to have this convo as soon as my fam tap in. My fam Ringo say he might tap in too. He was in a meeting, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that part. Yeah, go to the StreamYard, Raka Bash. You should be able to tap in like that. Yes, sir. Give me a bottle of water. Hold up. One time. Hey, but while we at it though, we gotta salute, man. It's been a good weekend. Been getting a lot of good feedback on the New York to Texas connection project. Oh man, it's been wonderful. It's been wonderful, man. Everybody been showing love. People got a few bangers that they like the most, you know, and that's cool because we made it to where, you know, it'll be fat enough for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Raka Bash. Let me see. All right, let me send Raka Bash the link, man. Give me 1 second. Hold up. Let me see. I know I can do it from here. I'm finna send it to you, Raka Bash. Hold up. Make sure my fam up in here, man. Yeah. I think I sent it to the right one. There we go. Depending on what chat. If you're in the commission chat, you ought to just got it, Raka Bash. Boom. I'm about to get this cut. Now there you go. What's good, fam? Oh, I like that hoodie, man.
Oh yeah, Prime. This the Prime 2 hoodie. This from the merch from Prime's last album.
Yeah.
Yeah, Primo and Royce.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Hell yeah.
What's been going on, man?
Oh man, yo. I've been number one, I advanced to the next round of Supreme Sneakerhead competition.
So that means our votes count then. That's what's
Absolutely, man. Like I want to thank you, my commission brothers, you know, for keeping me in the running. I advanced. I'm in the top 20. And this round voting goes to November 9th. That's when the next cuts are made. You know, so hopefully I can keep advancing. And the prize is $10,000.
10 bands. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, 10 G's, a trip to LA, and a chance to custom design my own kits.
Oh man, so do you want to tell me what kind of kicks would you customize if you did win that?
You know what? I've always want to do like my own variation of the Crazy 8 Adidas, because I would want to do my own spin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would I would add some more color because like the mono either add some more colors because it's kind of monochromatic, you know, with the previous design. But I got some ideas on how I would do my own flip of it.
Right on, my G. Hey man, so you know how we do here, man. We celebrate milestone joints, right? So you know, I'm looking through the archives, and I'm like, yo, I see some joints that I remember, and some joints that I skipped over. Some joints that I skipped over, man. So this week in honor of the anniversary. I got a dope playlist. Well, I ain't gonna say a playlist, but a list of albums that I'm gonna be bumping this week. And I don't care about spoiler alerts and stuff like that. I like to, I like to
Yeah,
talk to my brothers, man, and just pick their brain, especially if you heard it before, and if it's something
yeah.
that you're interested in, just want to chop it up with my bro, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't mind, before we get into that,
Mm-hmm.
why don't you introduce yourself real quick, my man, for the people that may not know who you are, man.
Well, absolutely. My name is Raka Bash. I got my own podcast. It's called Blood Burgundy Soul. It's on Anchor. You can you can subscribe. I would appreciate if people check it out. Get uh, those listenership numbers up, and it's a great podcast. I break down my favorite albums. Sometimes I'll go track by track, but I don't really do that. I
Yeah,
usually give like an overview of what I like about that album or the period. I give certain cultural context behind the artist or the music itself. Give some historical facts. I talk about my life sometimes.
yeah,
Um, it's but 2 seasons in. I also hold Twitter space. That's what I've been doing for the past 18
yeah.
months, and
Do
it's
they
much
do they
more.
still call it Twitter Space now that it's X?
Good question.
Do they?
It used to be Twitter Space. Now I guess it's X Space, which uh, depending on what your situation is, can be
Yeah,
apropos or
yeah,
not. You know what I mean? And uh, Twitter Space is much more interactive. It's much more engaging. Like on Anchor, is just me. But on Twitter Space, I get different perspectives. I'll pick a topic, and then I'll invite people on Twitter Space to talk about it. Sometimes we have very lively uh, discussions on it. Some people are pro, some people are con on certain topics.
yeah,
Maria, Gutta Gottas, Watson. So many people contribute, and I just want to thank them for their time and just for and you even appeared
yeah.
a
I
couple
popped
months
in.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's been some of like the latest convos that y'all been having over there on the Twitter space?
We had a conversation about uh, I think a couple months ago we talked about Clark Kent's remarks about RBX. When
Yeah,
he said that if it wasn't for RBX being on the Chronic, it would be a classic album.
yeah. I remember that. Oh, have y'all talked about special eds? Uh,
Yes, that was our
thoughts?
last. That
Yeah,
was our last Twitter space, and uh, overwhelmingly, people uh, were uh, were very pro NWA.
yeah. I mean, it is what it is, man. The
Yeah,
gangster was running shit back then, fam. It
yeah,
is what it is.
and the great thing about it is that some participants were younger
Yeah,
than I am, and some uh, you know whenever there was like an opinion that came from a uninformed place, there were people uh, that was part of a discussion that could offer a counterpoint and give more facts, give greater critique, some for special ed, some for NWA, and the uh, the overarching message for people that were arguing against special ed is that the socioeconomic conditions that NWA rapped about or glorified, they were already present long before NWA was
Mhm.
created and long before any of the members of NWA was born.
And was
And
already rapped about it.
exactly.
It was just spitting a different way, you know what I'm saying? Shit, the message was gutter, but you know, it was a different perspective from somebody in the gutter when it came to the gangster side, like when the West Coast brought it. But shit, it was all the same, man. Everybody was spitting about the trials and tribulations of the ghetto, man. You know what I'm saying? The ups and
Mhm.
downs, you know. But when they came out with it, it just, I don't know, it just hit hard. You know, it just hit hard, and you know, you can't knock them for that. You know, but it may have been a way that he was trying to put it that we probably didn't get. You know, if he would have explained it, you know, a little bit more later on. I don't know. He probably would have got over to some people, but when they first heard that after he said it, it hit different. It was just like, whoa, wait a minute. So you know,
And
yeah,
also what
that's right.
and also you mentioned the message.
Yeah, that
And
shit was
just
hard.
and to play devil's advocate, I was thinking about this um recently. And uh do you think the message, if released in 2023, would be met with the same fervor as it was in 1982?
Well, you know that delivery. Um, let's say if it was the same words but just delivered a certain way, like in today's way of spitting, maybe like a Nas way of delivering, it probably would have still got over the people. Yeah, yeah, because that was some real shit, bro. I'm talking,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the train knocked a woman arm off. They had to sew it on again, and like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, that shit was crazy. You know, hey, that wasn't no, you know, skipping in the park type music,
Yeah,
but it
that
just had a different sound early in hip hop. You know,
that song was the the closest that rap up to that point had gotten to the blues. That's a very, to me, when I listen to that song, it sounds like the rap version of Little Ghetto Boy by Donny Hathaway, or What's Going On by Marvin Gaye, or even further back, Elmore James, like the real raw guttural expressions of the black experience.
yeah. Hey man, so speaking of which,
Oh,
you
by the
know,
way, the reason
what's
why I
up?
asked that is because there's a word that's in one of the lyrics of the message
Uh-huh.
that today would be considered a slur. And I was thinking to myself, like,
What was
is
that?
that the 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 slur of the they was it the homophobic
Oh yeah,
slur?
yeah, yeah,
They would consider it a
yeah,
homophobic slur by
yeah.
today's standards.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah. The F.
yeah,
Mhm.
and part of me thinks that even with that word, I think the I think the syntax of what Melly Mel was talking about was, you know, were many societies like subcultures in in New York City in particular, but there's other subcultures all over the country that have worlds just like that. You know,
Yeah,
so it's so I find it interesting how 40 years ago that that lyric would have been brushed aside, but maybe if that same song was released today, will we get like essays and all kind of pieces from the root or the Huffington Post about about a certain community's opposition to that uh, word being in a rap song.
Mm-hmm.
Just something to consider.
Yeah, without a doubt, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm finna I'm finna start this list off, man, and we can start this talk. We got some people tapping in, some commission brothers,
I
some fam. Yeah. We got Ray Sun, them tapping in. Poncho,
mm-hmm.
man, yeah. Everybody
Salute,
tapping in.
salute.
Salute. All right,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm gonna be all over the place with this, man, because I got some 30s, 25s, and some 20s.
I
So let's see. First and foremost, let's see. All right, let's go. Let's go with it. Let's take it to Queens. Let's take
okay.
it to Queens. You know, let's. We all about giving flowers, man. You know, I didn't really bump this one. I didn't really bump this one,
Mm.
but we're gonna give him some flowers and talk some facts. You know about this joint?
Oh, absolutely, man. Like Beg for Mercy, the first uh, group album on G Unit Records, and it came 6 months after Get Rich or Die Trying just blew the doors off of every uh, release in 2003, and of course, Banks was already established as a lyricist just on the G Unit mixtapes, G Unit radio.
Yeah,
That year, but he had already uh, uh, built solid and notable appearances uh, on uh, on 50 Cent's mixtapes, and so much so that he earned the Justo Awards, which is the best mixtape for that particular year. Um, he got the Lyricist of the Year award. Uh, so Banks, he was already established. Yayo, he was like you heard so much about Yayo,
yeah,
about his run-ins with the law, him being a fugitive, him
yeah. The whole,
being
the whole,
yeah, yeah,
in the video and shit,
can't
man. I
see
want to
me,
show face. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. First saw he first did it in the club because he was a fugitive from the law, so he wanted to be he wanted to be seen, but not be uh, you know, caught by by the authorities, and like I knew about Yayo just from his reputation. I really didn't know much about Bucks. You know what I mean? So uh, ahead of
man.
this album, I knew who.
From Cash Money, I think. I think he was with Cash Money prior to this. To
He
this
had to
moment.
deal with uh, Juvenile's label or imprint, and then Juvenile let him go because Juvenile couldn't really do anything with Buck
Yeah.
as far as actually, putting an album together and then having it be released. He had lost his distribution. Yeah.
Hey man, so let's give some love, man, to some of the producers on this joint. There's a lot to name, but we just gonna pick out a few cats, man. One sec, right quick, fam. I got my blunt over here. I just want to make sure it's close by, just in
Mm-hmm.
case I need to hit that blunt. You know what I'm talking about? But
I hear you.
they got Mr. Porter up in here. Denon. From your part of town. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying?
Detroit Song.
That's what's up. Dre, Eminem, of course. High Tech, shit, Megahertz, No ID, damn, Sam Sneed, Scott Storch, banger, fam.
That's the name that surprised me the most because
Wait a
I ain't
minute.
heard of Sam Sneed since maybe the Gridlock soundtrack.
All right, so if you had this joint on in the whip, what I don't think I think I remember like popping them things, stunt 101, want to get to know you. I think that's about it though, man. Is it some hidden bangers on this joint, man? Tell me what you know about this joint, man.
Well, first of all, I just talked about Sam Sneed.
Yeah,
Yo,
them singles right there. I want to know like the bangers.
okay, one of the greatest diss songs to Murder Inc., Irv Gotti and Ja, is a song that Sam Sneed produced, and it's called "I Smell Pussy." Man,
Okay.
yo, that song is so funny. It is so hilarious.
All
And
right.
50 does the 50 does the hook, and it's not the type. It's not like a diss song where it's going to get you amped up. It's an actual club banger. Like you can play this in the club, you can play this in the whip, and you can ride out to it and just vibe. And it's one of the many diss songs to Ja and Irv, but just the comedy relief is
Yeah.
just great. Yayo you expect it from, but Banks, like he just came with shot after shot. Um, another great song from this album is a song produced by Dr. Dre. It's not one of his singles, by the way. It's a song called "G'd Up."
Yeah. So
And
let me ask you this. So
mhm,
would that be two of your top five? If I was to ask you for five joints off of here that I need to bang. Oh,
yes,
oh,
absolutely. You got my
okay.
word on it.
Okay. So I smell pussy and G'd up.
And G'd Up
You say it
is
got
a
Scott Storch on there too.
and G'd Up is also notable
Yeah.
for helping spark the beef between G Unit and D Block because Styles P and J Hood they did their own version of G'd Up where they was dissing G Unit.
Yeah.
So in 50's songwriting and his hooks were at its apex. Like the way that he heard, a chorus where, how long the chorus should be, where the, where like where a low note, should be, where the high note should be.
Yeah.
Like his ear for music is amazing. So another joint from Beg for Mercy that is one of my favorite joints. It's called Eye for an Eye, produced by High Tech.
All right.
And when I saw High Tech on the in the producer credits, it kind of threw me off because I'm so used to High Tech working with Kweli
Yeah.
and Mos Def as part of Black Star. But I
Yeah.
remember Talib Kweli in the interview saying that High Tech wanted to produce for other artists and he didn't want to be seen as the producer for backpack rap or for conscious rap. He wanted to show that he could produce, for rappers outside of that mode.
Where's he from? Ohio, right?
He's from
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Yeah.
Yeah, it's and again, these are not singles. These are bangers
And I
that
respect that. I respect
yeah
that. That's what I want to know.
yeah like these are songs that you would have to buy the album to actually hear.
All right.
And that's what really makes the great of a makes the mark of a great album. Um,
So
and I'm,
we
I'm
got
gonna mention and I'm gonna mention a single. Um, I actually like I want to get to know you, and
oh yeah. That's a
I
jam.
want to get to know you is a it's a
Cool, cool little
it's a
group.
groove it's a grooving song, for the ladies, but it has a
Definitely
great
made.
R&B groove.
It's definitely made for a single. I can agree with that. It was single material.
Yeah, and Red Spider, um, he's he did a lot of work with 50 on Guess Who's Back mixtape and on Get Rich or Die Trying. He produced, I believe, You're Not Like Me.
Yeah.
So he has worked with 50 before, and one more.
Yeah, one more, man. What you got?
I got to go with popping them things, man. Like uh that guitar lick,
Yeah.
when 50 harmonizes popping them things, like
Like you said, bro, he know how to find that melody though, man. It's just that's one of them sing along joints. Like you can't get that one out your head once you hear it.
and 50, if there's a singular quality that you could attribute to 50 as a rapper, he is
Yeah,
a great shit talker.
no, I
Because
agree.
like wherever he's rapping, wherever he's ad libbing during the outro when he's dissing uh, Murder Inc. or Supreme, like he is going to clown you, he's going to roast you, he's going to he's going to uh, diss the shit out of you and not and not give a single fuck.
Hey, so
Mm-hmm.
before we move on, we got to make sure that we give some love to Butch Cassidy.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh hell yeah.
He just showed up on so many hooks.
Yo, like
On,
like
on,
after Nate Dogg, like Butch Cassidy is in the running for some of the best
yeah, yeah,
hooks, especially from the West Coast.
especially yeah. Shout out to Butch Cassidy, man. All right, you ready to move on to the next one? See what we got next?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. We got my bro Raka Bash up in here, man. We talking hip hop, talking our shit. Let's
Hell
see.
yeah.
All right, so I was bumping this for the first time today.
Mm.
I got all the way through it. But man, what I heard so far, ooh, I don't know how I wasn't on this. This is a 9-8.
mm. I think I know where you're going.
Man, P Rock Soul Survivor,
Mm.
25th anniversary. You got that joint?
Yo, right here, man. I got it. Got it on cassette.
Ooh,
Yeah.
classic. Now that I
Man,
know, now that I know what it sounds like, yeah, that's a thing right there. And I ain't even been all the way through the joint yet, man.
oh my god, yo, this is a great solo album. Like this isn't an album where Pete Rock just you know uh, grabbed a handful of MCs and just
Nah, this was
copy and pasted. Like Pete Rock, he booked like a 2 months worth of studio time at Green Street recording studios, and like the vibe, everything was recorded in person in real time. And
mhm.
like one of my favorite joints is Half Man Half Amazing with Method
Yes,
Man
Method Man. Yeah,
and
yeah.
P Rock
Hey, you
trading
know what?
trading fours.
I think we still need to have that conversation about producers
Mm-hmm.
or slash DJs that can spit too.
Absolutely.
P Rock need to be in that conversation. RZA need to be in that conversation. Like a few people that we got lined up already right here. We gonna talk about it. But yeah, let's starting off with P-Rock. Starting
And
off with P-Rock.
and when Pete Rock rhymes, like he has like really one flow, but he does so much with that flow, and it's very relaxed. You know, Chocolate Boy Wonder,
Yeah,
like and I understand that in the past, Grand Puba, wrote for him on the first album, but just the ability to match
yeah,
the beat with any MC that he works with, and he
that's
can
right.
tailor that music to that artist's strengths is something that can be overlooked. Like uh on side two, Verbal Murder 2 with Big Pun, Noriega, and Common, man,
Ooh,
as like
I ain't
I
got all of it.
oh you haven't heard Verbal Murder 2, man? Like
I think the last joint I was rocking was The Game with Raekwon, Prodigy, and Ghostface.
oh okay.
That was the last one I got to.
Oh, you still on side one.
Yeah, I'm on side one.
Oh,
But I don't
okay, I
care about
got
no
you.
spoiler alert. That's what you hear for the, shit, talk your shit about these joints. These on my playlist for the whole week. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
These
I,
on my
I, I
playlist for the whole
highly
week.
I highly recommend Verbal Music too, because
All right.
what like even like Noriega isn't the illest
Whoa.
lyricist,
Wait a
but
minute. Wait a
mhm.
minute. Wait a minute. Raka Bash. I'm sorry, man. Bro, they got Common on this joint with Noriega.
Yeah,
Common and
that's what I'm.
Noriega on the same song.
Yeah, and what I was saying is, like, to me, it
Damn.
comes down to Big Pun and Common as far as like who had the best verse, because Noriega he's not a slouch, but these are titans. Big Pun
Yeah.
and Common is like a lyrical tug of war, because Pun had the first verse, Common had the closing verse.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I kind of like Common's verse more, but it's not because Big Pun. It's not because Common out rhyme Pun. I just like what Common is rapping about.
I got
Like the lyrical content, it just hit me more where I live, more than Big Pun did. But Big Pun's polyrhythmic, you know, lyricism, like the way that he can, compound so many syllables and interweave, wordplay that's ominous, chilling, disturbing, and
yeah.
still humorous. That's all Coogee rap. He just brought it to 98. So yeah, like, but since you've uh,
So
still on side one, well,
that's your
did you?
second joint that you would pick?
I would say verbal music too.
Right.
Then, believe it or not, I'm gonna go with "Take Your Time." I love that song. It's mid tempo.
Okay.
It's very lush sounding. Um,
Oh, my man from
with
Loose
loose
Leaves on there.
ends.
No more shopping sprees. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Take your time, yo. And I think we did a video for it, but like the placement on the album is kind of weird because like Take Your Time is very mellow, it's very lush,
Okay.
and it's like it's kind of down tempo, but it's flanked by One Life to Live and Mind Blowing.
All right. All right.
You
Because
know,
I was gonna ask you about that. Would that make one of your top five, One Life to Live? And you know what?
uh,
give a shout out to the South on here at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, but
Yeah.
I give him.
So I don't think. Well, I would say Verbal Music 2, followed by Take Your Time, Half Man, Half Amazing, True Master, and then Respect Mine. Like I love the way that Pete Rock cut Raekwon's line from Cream for the hook, and then for Pete Rock,
So you mean so the game?
He hit come on, OC as your sparring partner.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
OC is, and he was
But I
coming
mean,
off of Jaws too. So OC, he was still in his lyrical. I don't think he ever left his prime, but he was still visible, coming off of the Jaws album.
Yeah.
And OC's verses are just razor sharp, pinpoint. And then
So it looked like an album full of like posse cuts. That's what it kind of looked like.
I won't say like posse cut. I won't say it's an album full of posse cuts. Like some songs only have
some joints got like
maybe one person rhyming with Pete Rock. Some songs may have two.
Okay.
Like it's not like a K-Slay album.
All right. Oh, definitely not a 200.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Like K-Slay, like he's renowned for gathering MCs in the 20s and 30s, to rhyme on a single track. Like this is well structured, organized. It allowed for for music breaks. It allowed for scratching. It allowed for singing between the rapping. So it made it much more interesting.
All right, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
All right, out of the game, Verbal Murder 2,
Mm-hmm.
and Strange Fruit.
Man.
Arrange them in your best to least.
Man.
So,
okay.
Those are the three that got the most MCs on it. I like tracks that got like four MCs on that joint. Everybody be spitting bars and shit. So
I'm gonna go with Verbal Music 2 at number 1.
All right.
And
I'm gonna go pun, huh?
Yo, like
it's something about pun, and yeah, I know.
Like and Pun, he was in 1998 alone. He had probably had 24 guest appearances made on other records, and the quality kept getting better and better. Like even after Capital Punishment went double platinum, and he was, nominated for awards, and he kept racking up airplay. Like he never lost that hunger. But even though I like Common's verse a little bit more, Big Pun's verse, it was standard quality for Pun.
I got you.
So now it comes down to Strange Fruit in the game.
In the game, yeah.
You know what? I gotta go with Strange Fruit, man.
All right.
Because like
damn,
Sticky Fingers is the closer for a reason, man. Like he is like the cleanup MC on every posse cut. Like he had the best verse on that song, followed by Capadonna and Tragedy Gaddafi. Intelligent Hoodlum, like his importance to Queens and Queensbridge cannot be overstated.
So
And
the game,
and lastly, I'm gonna go with the game because
so there must be some bangers that I ain't got to them yet. They must be some bangers, bro.
and I put the game last, because Ray, Ghost, and Prodigy, they set the standard very high.
Mm-hmm.
With eye for an eye, man. Like that's how I'm gauging uh, uh, the quality of that posse cut, and it's a dope posse cut, but I can't put it above Strange Fruit or Verbal Music too, just because I had never heard I never heard Sticky Rhyme with Capadonna and Tragedy, and they really coalesce in it, and it's a perfect marriage. Same thing with Verbal Music too.
All right. All right. So you ready to move on to the next joint?
I'm ready when you are, man. Hey,
Yeah, man. We just
you're the point guard.
see these albums just need to be mentioned, man. Just even if somebody ain't never heard of them, and somebody come across this video later on.
Oh, and by the way,
we
the
turn them
reason
on.
the reason why I cherish this album so much is because this was around the time when college radio was probably nearing its importance, because after that, Napster and
LimeWire.
and LimeWire, Kazaa had entered the market, so you didn't have to, listen to pirate, radio to catch Stretch and Bobbito, who was broadcasting in New York City, or the Wake Up Show on the West Coast with Swing Tech. Like Swing Tech and Stretch and Bobbito, they help bridge the gap between uh, you know MCs with recording contracts and not amateur MCs, but MCs on the come up. So it wasn't unusual to hear Common rhyme with AC Alone.
Yeah.
It wasn't unusual to hear like Black Thought rhyme with Chino XL, and the type of MCs that's on this album, that's exactly what Swing Tech and Stretch and Bobbito were all about. So to me, I look at Soul Survivor as an extension of the work that was being done, with turntablism, DJing, rhyme ciphers, and just the celebration of hip hop culture beyond what's happening in the industry.
Man, my God, I like the way you put that.
Thank you. I try my best. Hey, man.
Let's take a trip out to the West Coast.
All right.
To the Bay. One time for the Coup.
Yes, sir.
Bro, this album was a banger, man.
Absolutely.
I slept on this. Slept. I'm glad I finally heard it, man. So, if don't nobody know about the Coup, man, tell them a little bit about the Coup, man. Boots Riley.
Absolutely, man. Boots Riley is one of the most forward-thinking producers and MCs from the West Coast, and what the Coup was doing was an extension of what Paris was doing.
Yeah.
Like the Coup, they're based in Oakland, and Paris is based in San Francisco. But what the Coup were rapping about was very radical for hip hop. Like when Public Enemy started to dwindle, the Coup kind of picked it back up. They were rhyming about imperialism, apartheid, you know, law, draconian laws that America executes on poor people in disenfranchised communities. They've collaborated with Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
Tom Morello is has sung their praises, and um, this album in particular, it really uh, kind of it kind of sat between what was like if you look at the Bay Area, for example, you had Too Short, you had Spice One, you had Balloonies that was coming in a couple of years. So this very radical album that is uh I won't even say militant because militant gives the impression that
Yeah.
they're ultra violent. I just think that Booth Riley and you know the Coop, they really wrote passionately about Black Pride. Even like the interlude, there's an interlude called "Fuck a Perm,"
Yeah.
and that song is an interlude, but it just shows just how much Black people are conditioned to accept European standards of beauty, European standards of what makes something uh, fly. Like it used to be back in the day, you would conk your hair.
Yeah.
Now, Black people, they wore jerry curls. So it was uh, a statement on how we need to get back to accepting our true greatness.
Yeah. Hey, well, let's first and foremost say rest in peace to Pam the Funkstress. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Some of the
Great
other
pioneering DJ.
members of the group, man, was Silky, but now Rebel Front, Hassan Hurd, JJ Jungle, LJ Holloman, and
Mm-hmm.
some past members, E Rock, T Cash, Latoya London, Grego Simmons, and DJ O. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, the song that really like stuck to me was me and a pimp, me and a pimp
Mm-hmm.
named Jesus. Yeah, bro. And it's
Yeah,
like a 7-minute song, you know what I'm saying? That bitch
yeah,
give you something to think about, bro.
hell
Talk
yeah.
about the pastor and the prosthetic arm and shit, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I'm thinking that's the fucking collection plate or something like that. I don't know. It's like it's like metaphoric though, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's kind of like it's kind of like putting the medicine in the candy. Like
Yeah,
some people don't like being preached to, but they walk that fine line so well that it feels like you're taking in the information and coming to your own conclusion rather
right,
than being yelled at and being chastised for not knowing this information in the first place.
right.
And people really feel that way because people have said that to me when I try to put them onto it. Like I can't really get into that because I don't like the preaching, but
Yeah.
it's not really preaching as much as just giving you the information.
What would be your top 5 off of this joint that you would have somebody listen
Ooh.
to if they never heard it before?
Man, you know what? I would go with breathing apparatus with E Rock. I
Yeah, I
love
like
that
that one.
joint.
I like
Hell
that one.
yeah. Oh man. Then I'm gonna go with piss on your grave. like
Yeah,
like that.
that one was raw right there, man.
I felt like, man, when I first heard that song, it really like I didn't like like Booth really. up the ante. It's like, damn, I didn't know you had that in you. You know what I mean? That song is so raw. And then I'm gonna go with Me and Jesus the Pimp in that 79 Granada last night. Like that's
Yeah.
like probably just, first of all, the song title alone is very creative and very specific.
Yeah.
Like like to it in terms of song titles, like you can pit that against Left My Wallet and El Segundo.
See, I
You know,
wasn't
for
I wasn't expecting for it to be so good when I looked at the title of it. I was like, oh my goodness, like, what's this finna be? But it turned out to be all right because it had a storyline to it and it was metaphoric, like I said. So it gives you something to think about, like make you want to run it back to see what you missed. It's a 7-minute joint.
yeah, and as a writer and as a producer, like Boots really did a great job weaving allegories and using certain literary
Yeah.
techniques to drive home the point, his message, and you know, you know, 7 minutes. That's a long time to draw out a story, and by the very end, you're like, man, you got to listen to it again
Yeah.
just to see that just to make sure that you drew the right conclusion.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. I did like uh 20,000 gun salute. I did like that one too.
Oh
And
yeah, that's early in the album. I
yeah,
think
and
it don't come right after Me and Jesus the Pimp.
yeah,
Yeah,
too. And then that Busterismology. You know,
that song's funny as hell to me, man.
yeah, you probably gonna snitch. Yeah, that's a banger. But they all this different. It's different hip hop to me though. You know what I'm saying? It's like you said, it's allegorical and it's not funny and it's not gangster. It's not strictly political. It got a way of keeping you interested though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think what they did with this album to me, I think is, in my opinion, I think it's their best album because like Kill My Landlord,
Yeah.
it was like it was their debut album, and they were just testing the water.
Yeah. He was
And also there was a bigger push behind this album because I remember like Kill My Landlord. I I heard it. Uh, I first saw it at a record store in Detroit called White Music Plus, and it was in the same section as the as Esham's latest album.
Oh, you didn't see that video first? You saw the album?
I saw the album first, then I saw the video.
Okay.
like like
'Cause when
like
I saw the
usually see the video, then you go out.
and
Yeah,
the pork chops, it just kind of threw me off. I was like, man, what's this? What's this all about? But it had a groove. He had a groove to him
yeah,
though. You know what I'm saying? He had a certain way.
absolutely. And
Yeah,
the production is
yeah,
very musical. Like it's not it's not. Uh, uh, I hate like this term is very is thrown around a lot. It's like it's not boom bap. It's not it's not boom bap. It's not G funk. Because I've seen these
it's,
terms thrown around to describe them, and it's not accurate.
it's like a jazzy funk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and and a lot of it
All
is
different
very
tempos with all kind
yeah.
of different tempos too.
And the live musicians that they have employed, it really it swings. At certain moments, it's very funk driven is more like it. Where the groove is very busy, it's constant.
Yeah,
But it keeps your attention. You're not gonna you're not going to exactly party to it, but you're going to bob your head and just,
yeah,
smoke a
that's
good one and just vibe to it.
right.
You know what I mean?
That's right. It's something you got to sit down and listen to.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, big salute to the Coop. On their 25th anniversary, man.
Bay Area zone.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so let's move on to the next joint, man. Now we finna get into like some major classics.
Absolutely.
Let's go here first.
Okay.
9-3.
Man.
Yeah.
Midnight Marauders.
I hear people say it's out of this one and is it Low End Theory?
Yeah, that was the second
always
album.
a toss up. Yeah, it's always a toss up of which one is the best one. I get to hear from Raka Bash. What you
Well,
think of Midnight Marauders 30th anniversary?
well, this how I always whenever you have like great albums that are this close,
Yeah,
this how I always judge which is better. Which album would they tour behind? Like if they were if like if Fife was still with us, like which album would they do like a tour where they performed every song? And is for me is Low End Theory, because Low End Theory is what really made them most identifiable. Because People Instinctives, Travels, it was mostly Q-Tip. Fife didn't really rhyme on it. He rhymed on only one song.
yeah.
And and also Low End Theory is probably it's the album where so many songs is what drives their identity. Like Check the Rhyme. Like when you think of Tribe, I immediately think of Check the Rhyme, Jazz, Scenario. Like those songs established them more as live draws, as concert staples. Midnight Marauder is a classic album, but it's not as influential as Low End Theory.
Give me your picks off of here, though. You got some
All right.
picks?
Oh, I mean, absolutely. And
this another guy that that can be in that conversation, like we said, producers that can spit. Q-Tip.
Q-Tip, absolutely.
You know what
Like,
I'm saying? Oh, and plus
Grammy,
Boots Riley. Plus Boots Riley from the Coop as well.
absolutely. That's
Yeah.
to produce and rhyme with equal prowess. That's not easy to do.
Right.
So, of course, everybody should know the best song from Midnight Marauders, Electric Relaxation.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
that song
That's
as a single.
that's
Now, that's the best
the
song on the album, bar none. And
yeah.
Electric Relaxation. The way that Q-Tip he filtered, that acoustic, bass line, doubled by Ron Carter, and the hook. And to this day, I still do not know I can't make out what he's saying in the background. Like,
In that relax yourself part.
yeah.
Well,
Like,
let's find
is
out.
that what he's saying?
I
But
know
it
he said
sounds
relax.
fly.
I
And
know. I know you say relax yourself. Something else. I don't know. We can find out though.
and it's a great love song that is in the form of a rap. Like
Yeah.
I like Electric Relaxation more than Benita Applebum.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
that's dope. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I can respect that. I can respect.
including and I like the remix of Bonita Applebum more than the original, but Electric Relaxation is so, to me, it's far superior only because Q-Tip's rapping is
Hey,
much more creative. I'm not creative. It's wittier. The way that he draws out the uh, some of the innuendo, the sexual
yeah,
innuendo, the way that he kind of draws it out, and
yeah.
the video,
Hey, he say,
like mm-hmm.
"Relax yourself, girl. Please settle down." It didn't sound like no settle down.
Yeah, like
I guess
it
you gotta
sounds
put your
like,
ear to the speaker real close or something. I don't know.
cause to me, like when I first heard that, I'm like, is he saying something dirty? Because I can't even make out what he's saying. But but yeah, like the video is iconic. It's
Yeah,
a great video because they meet the girls at the diner. It's a busy restaurant. Q-Tip, Fife, and Ali. We're just talking shit amongst each other. You
uh-huh.
know, uh, flirting with other women. As they come into the restaurant. But but Fife's rhyme, the semen line.
Yeah, yeah. At the
Yo, man,
front.
like absolutely, man. Like I fell
Uh,
out laughing when he said that,
oh, but
especially
I'm
with
gonna
the
tell you, when I was a kid, well, I'm not a kid, but you know, 93, young mind, I didn't know what he was talking about when he was talking about the man inside of the boat. I,
yeah,
like I say, bro, I was only like 17.
yeah.
I
It's
thought
the
I
type
knew, but I didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
like Fife and Q-Tip on electric relaxation. Like these are pickup lines
Yeah,
you can use,
yeah, he was slick. He was slick with it. Yeah,
and
I didn't know that at 17. I just thought, it was just okay. Maybe they talking about like Jason's lyric, go out on the bayou with a little canoe or something like that. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's and I mean, so much about electric relaxation I love, but yo, that 2 minute instrumental break after after the final verse and uh, the guitar and bass start playing a couple of licks
you
to
can, you can spit off
to
that.
yeah, exactly, like
That's it.
it's an instrumental coda that kind of draws the song out.
Yeah,
And as a like I'm sure DJs and beat makers, they've done so much to chop up the instrumental break and make new beats uh, and use other uh, parts of that song to
yeah.
do something with. Um,
Hey, we
oh,
got to make sure we say rest in peace, Fife. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Rest in peace, Fife. Yeah.
Uh,
You
at,
know,
uh,
we mentioned
but
him, but we didn't rest in peace though.
oh, rest in peace to Fife.
Yeah.
I do have this one song on
What's
Midnight
that?
Marauders. Every song, like I love every song on Midnight Marauders, but there's one song that
Yeah.
like this take is going to be controversial.
Okay, let's go. Let's hear it.
Hey man, like the way people talk about this song is like, damn, like you can't like it's an automatic. You gotta like this song if you're a Tribe fan. And oh my God, to me is okay. Like I don't look at oh my God as as a
It's the I guess it's just
I
the
don't look at
bust.
it as a top 10 tribe song.
I guess it's just the Buster hook.
I mean, Busta, I mean, the hook is dope, but even like even in the chorus of listening to the album, it wasn't like, man, run that back. I gotta listen to it again. Like I just like oh my God, to me it is a song that I can listen to, but when I play the album, I'll just go make a sandwich. I'll go start dinner.
All right.
It's
So
not a song that I'm really going to, put in my top 5 from the album.
all right. So what about a war tour with another native tongue member?
I
Rest in
mean,
peace, Trugoy. Rest in peace.
and that song, that was the first single.
What about that
And
one?
by the time the album came out, I was kind of sick of it, but
It's
it's still
timeless,
a
bro.
great song.
Yeah, it's time.
It was just the repetition of hearing it so many times, like it can kind of desensitize you.
Oh
But
yeah.
a war tour, man, like that's you know
Yeah, that's the joint right there.
that is the uh
They
you
say
know
Houston in that joint, man. You know what I'm saying? They say
absolutely.
Houston in that joint. That's why I love that shit. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
and the drums on that song is so hard. Like the snare is so fat.
Yeah.
And rest in peace to True Goy. Man,
Yeah.
he blessed that hook something lovely, man.
You're right. Rest in peace, man. What else would you put in the top 5?
I'll say lyrics to go. Yo,
Okay.
man. That song is full of hip hop quotables. Like that is some of the best rapping on this album. I got 2 more, right?
Yeah.
I mentioned a war tour, relaxation, lyrics to go,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna go where we can get down.
Okay. All right.
And
Uh,
my last one is 8 million stories. Like to me, like that, in 8 million stories is great writing,
yeah.
especially the way that it was produced. The like the lead up, the lead up going into the last chorus. You know, Ali Shaheed, man, like he don't get his flowers for being, a
Yeah.
great
For real.
arranger.
Yeah.
Knowing
He need to
knowing
be
where to cut.
mentioned more.
Absolutely, man. Like
Definitely
he's
need to be mentioned more, man.
like he's an amazing musician that helped Q-Tip. As far as like arranging and knowing where to take something out or add something.
Right. Let me get my charger for my laptop.
All right.
Make sure we stay juiced up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And anybody tapping in, I got my commission brother up in here. We just picking his brain, letting him talk his shit about these albums. These albums on my playlist for the week, you know.
Absolutely.
And I just want my brother to talk his shit and get his shine on.
And and I'm ready for people to disagree with me about oh my God. Like
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's not one of my favorite on there. You know what I'm saying? I respect the fact that Bust on it, but it don't hit like that to me. Not in a bad way. No, I'm just saying not compared to the
yeah,
joints I like. Compared to the
yeah.
joints
I
I
mean, the
like.
way it's talked about, people put
Yeah.
it as Tribe's top 10 songs of their career.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can name, 15 better songs than Oh My God from their catalog.
All right. So are we good on that? Was that our 5? We good?
Yeah.
I think we good on that. Yeah. So shout out to A Tribe Called Quest.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, Fife. Salute Q-Tip.
Five for the set.
You know what I'm saying? What happened to my man's Jerobi? What's up with Jerobi? What he up to?
Man, that's $1 million question.
Yeah, like what?
I would love to know that too.
Just disappeared or like it's a diehard Tribe fan out there that know. They know where he at.
Yeah, I would definitely love to know because I do not know.
All right, well, maybe we'll that'll be like a task force, man, to find Jerobi. So we can give him his flowers and get an interview or something, probably.
Hell yeah, that'd be major.
Hell yeah. All right, let's see. Now it's time to move on to the next joint. We got a couple more left. Let me get that one out of there. All right. Yeah. This your type of shit, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers. My God.
Hey man, when this shit first came out, I was not into the mask, the swords, the kung fu. I didn't get it, bro. I was like, yo, what? You know what I'm saying? Because 9-3 in Houston, Rap a Lot had me by that time. So the Wu-Tang shit was like, nah, I don't know. It just didn't. It didn't hit like what I was already on. Ghetto Boy, Scarface, Gangsta Nip, shit like that. So when the Hulu joint came out, that's when I started to appreciate. Now I was feeling the solo shit, like Raekwon, Ghostface. I was feeling the solo shit, but collectively, I didn't start feeling it until the Hulu joint. Got a respect for it, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure I get them their flowers and let my nigga Raka Bash talk his shit. You know what I'm saying? So go down through that, man. Tell me your thoughts on this joint.
Well, when this album came out, I was listening to Doggy Style. I'm gonna be honest. I was listening to Doggy Style. I was listening to Get In Where You Fit In by Too Short. I was listening to Spice One's album, Into the Stage, the Ghetto Boys.
Yes.
But I didn't get this album until '94. Because because by the end of the year, I had already gotten my fill of the albums I was listening to.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I heard, I saw the Mystery of Shadow Boxing on Yo MTV Raps,
right?
And I had the single, and then I got the single first, then I got the album. And when I first heard the album, I did not know what to make of it because they're on the album cover, they look like hip hop mixed martial artists. Like, is this supposed to be like some? Are they supposed to be like Bruce Lee? Enter the Dragon meets EPMD or something I'm trying to figure out where is this going.
Because let me tell you real quick, I ain't gonna lie, I really wasn't the diehard Saturday morning kung fu guy when I was a kid. I'd watch it every now and then, but I wasn't the diehard For sure. Got to watch it.
me neither.
Yeah, so maybe that was where it threw me off at first. You know what I'm saying? Was the kung
Like,
fu?
like that kind of action, like the action stuff. But I liked was like the A-Team, like Hannibal, B.A. Baracus, Face,
Yeah,
Hannibal. Like that's what I looked at every
yeah.
every weekend. But
The Fall Guy, shit like that.
yeah, exactly.
I was just I know it was action, but it was just I don't know. It just seemed a little make believe, and I
Yeah.
boys flying and killing one guy knocking out 30 people with a sword. Like, I don't know. It just it just
And
didn't
then
hit right at first.
and then the first song, Bring On the Ruckus. That song, the production is so busy. Like there's so much coming in and out. Like the uh is the drum beat is it sounds like the snare is being played with a garbage pail,
Yeah,
and it's so low density, like it's very lo-fi,
yeah,
like uh it's it sounds claustrophobic. So I didn't really like that song, but Shame on a Nigga, that's what
oh
got
yeah,
my attention. Like that's what woke me up. It's like because the first thing that you hear is really scratching, and then you hear ODB's hook, Shame on a Nigga, and Dirty starts rhyming, and it took me a while to get adjusted to ODB's eccentric style.
yeah,
But the interplay between ODB and Meth, that was something that hooked that I could sink my teeth into. Like that was the song where I felt like, okay, there's 9 members and all 9 members won't be on every song, but I can see and hear what makes ODB and Meth similar.
yeah,
Not as rappers, but in terms of their their chemistry, their camaraderie, like whatever the it factor is. Like I felt like, man, if they were like the early duo that kind of made me look at them as my favorites of Wu.
yeah. I would say they both had similar energy. You know what I'm saying? They would definitely bounce around a lot and give you a lot of energy. I could say they were similar in a way.
And it's no coincidence that they were the two most entertaining live performers from the crew. Like the way that the audience took to ODB and Meth as performers, that's why they were signed first. And I can I can see why RZA and Divine really concentrated their efforts on getting them signed first
Yeah,
and producing their albums quickly.
facts. So what would be your pick five on this motherfucker?
I mean, well, obviously,
Let's
you
hear
know,
it.
it's cash rules everything around me. Like that's the you know
Timeless.
with no pun intended, the creme de la creme
Yeah, yeah.
of this album, Cream.
I like how
You
you
know,
put that.
yeah. I mean, Ray and Deck, they wrote the manifesto on on the Black American experience in the hood, and uh, and a lot of I remember around this time when C. Dolores Tucker and Dick Gregory and uh, Dionne Warwick was leading the charge against quote unquote gangster rap, and they mention this song, but in each verse they talk about their home lives. They talk about um, uh, their struggles, just coming of age, and even Deck, he talked about uh, uh, you know teaching the truth to the young black youth. Like that is, that lyric.
Hear what
I
I'm
mean,
kicking.
you could exactly, man. Like even like Deck is saying, like even young kids like living in the same conditions, they don't want to hear you know hear what he's kicking unless they had some immediate relief from what they're suffering from. So I just
Yeah,
felt like Cream was overlooked by critics of hip hop at this time for being a uh, a message song, no different than Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five song from a decade earlier.
yeah.
Um, and then uh,
Good point.
I'm gonna go with "Shame on a Nigga,"
Yeah,
with Dirty and Meth.
yeah,
Um, and then I'm gonna go with "Protect Your Neck." Like that's their,
yeah. That,
it's between "Protect Your Neck" and "Triumph," but because "Protect Your Neck" came first and it's much more raw,
yeah.
they're,
That was good right there.
that was the jump off. That was really the jump off.
That was the that was protect your neck is like the clips grinding. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That joint, bro. Yeah,
Like that's the song that uh that makes them who they are. Like
catapult.
nine ill dudes, you know they they rhyme for what the song, like what 5 minutes, so they have what probably less than 30 minutes to
Yeah,
get their bars off, and everybody gave A1 performances.
yeah. That's that joint that they can't get off the stage without performing. You know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
if they don't perform, protect your neck,
It's
the
gonna be a wrap.
guillotines will start flying.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly.
um, and then I'm gonna go with the mystery of shadow boxing.
Yeah.
You know,
Uh,
like you guys' voice, coming from Bolivia, like it
yeah.
sounded scary at first when I first heard it. Like man, because it sounded so ominous. Because Yuga has a baritone, and when
Yeah.
he's when he raises his voice, it kind of sounds menacing. But the mystery of shadow boxing, that song, and then the video with them as actual chess pieces, I thought that was so creative and unique. Like it's like we're not just rhyming up, like we're like our rhyme style isn't just that of mixed martial artists. Like we're going to embody we're going to embody martial arts. We're going to embody the chess pieces that's on the screen.
Hey, so Old Dirty Bastard got co-production credit for the Mystery of Chess Boxing.
I didn't know that because I didn't look at the
Yeah,
credits
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
hard enough
He
to
got
even know that.
co-production credit, and
Hmm.
and they always, I think that's the joint. That's the joint they had the video. What you say? You said they was doing there was the chess pieces. That ain't the one where they cut the head off though, right? That
Yeah, I
they was
think
talking about in the movie.
yeah, because
They had somebody act like they was cutting the head off.
yeah, because I think like the sword was supposed to represent their lyrical darts,
Yeah,
and the guillotine is supposed to represent killing whack MCs.
yeah, them
And
boys. Them boys put on a good concert too, man.
What man? You know,
Yeah, I
Wu-Tang is that deal
but
when it comes to performing live.
yeah, they put on a
And my
damn.
last song is actually METHOD, man. Back then, I really wasn't like, can it all be so simple? I heard it on the album, but it wasn't like, damn, man, like that joint is uh like I wasn't blown away immediately,
Yeah,
like because like to me, can it all be so simple was one of many songs that I have heard like it. You know, rapping about being in the hood.
yeah.
Trapped in the projects. Had to grow up being a drug dealer.
So
Like
you
I
say
heard that
you
sentiment done better. But
you heard that part.
METHOD, man, like Mep's flow and his
Yeah,
charisma, it immediately made an impression on me. You know, 30 years ago.
I got fat bags of skunk. I got white owl blood. I'm about to go get lifted. Yeah, everybody will sing that part right there, bro.
Absolutely.
Myself a 40. I got myself a shorty. Yeah, that's a sing along joint. That's a sing along joint for real.
And I believe like the
Yeah,
when he wrote that part, he was emulating Jimi Hendrix's singing style from Purple Haze. You know how Jimi sings, "Excuse me while I kiss the sky," like
yeah. Excuse me while I kiss the sky.
yeah,
No, that was what did he say? Hey, you get off my cloud.
you don't know me and you don't know my style.
Yeah, what song was that Jimmy he just said that in?
Uh,
No, I can't remember right now, but yeah, that was a line from somebody, like a classic rock song.
Purple Haze,
Hey, you get off my cloud. I got to go back and listen to Purple
yeah,
Haze. I'll see. I'll see. Hey, what up to Cher? I see Cher up in there. What's up? What's up? I see your vision, mama. Yeah, man. 30th
yeah,
anniversary, bro.
yeah. I think those are my five favorite songs from Into the Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Um, like, can it all be so simple? You know, it bears repeating.
All right.
To me, that song, when I heard it, I just felt like it was cool, but it wasn't it wasn't anything that I hadn't heard done better. Like they were up like METHOD, man. Shadow,
Yeah.
the mystery of chess boxing, Cream, Shame on a Nigga, um, and also Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with.
Well,
That's a song that I like more of. It can it all be so simple? Also,
what about let's go to another let's go to Ghostface album and what do you like the most out of Can It Be All So Simple or All That I Got Is You? Which one you like the most?
I like All That I Got Is You more.
Okay,
It,
okay.
you know, it, it's it's so um, it's very melancholy, but the introspection and level of vulnerability is something that I feel is only present in all I in all of But I Got Is You. I mean, especially Mary J. Blige's singing. Like, especially if I'm thinking about the past,
Yeah,
or I start letting my mind drift.
yeah, it hit
Like, yeah,
sentimental.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
very heartfelt. And sometimes, man, like there'll be times where I get choked up a little bit. Like 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 Ghost, he really knows how to hit at the heartstrings, and he
yeah,
knows how to use uh his own life and talk about his own shortcomings, his own insecurities, and it makes it that much more easy, to think about your own life and kind of, uh, embrace everything you don't like about yourself.
Yeah.
You know, uh, yeah,
Self-evaluation and shit like that.
exactly.
All right, my man. So we down to the last joint. Let me get that off of there. All right. 20th anniversary
Mm,
Black Album. Hove, uh, Jehovah, Jigga, Jay-Z, whatever they want to call him, Mr. Carter. 20th anniversary. This one we thought he was gonna retire.
this would have been,
Fade to
if
black.
he would have stayed retired, this would have been his greatest, uh, one of the greatest endings of any career in music. I mean, to walk off into the sunset.
Oh, you talking about just the sound, just the sound of the music
Mm-hmm.
sounded like a whole outro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The
like this is like the like a
whole album.
like the last show of a great Broadway play.
Yeah, the whole album sounded like an outro.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 20th anniversary, man. God damn, bro. Time go by. And that was the 8th album at the time. With some production by Ninth Wonder, DJ Quick, Just Blaze, Timberland. Come on, man. It's too many to name. Too many to name.
Yeah, what I really appreciate about this album is that this is uh, uh, the only album of his career up to this point without any guest appearances from any rappers. It's
Yeah.
pretty much him by himself, which I truly appreciate. One of my pet peeves about rap albums is when artists they load up their albums with a bunch of features and it sounds like a compilation album.
Yeah.
Like, and plus, what I really love is that in the booklet, it's full of photos from the recording sessions. It has information about how the song was recorded. Uh, you know, certain factoids about studio sessions and the outlay uh, of the liner notes in the booklet was very well done. It was like a photo. It was the inlay looked like a photo album. As far as where the photos and the credits were positioned. Um,
I'm surprised you ain't got it.
oh, I have it somewhere.
Uh,
Like I just don't feel like
CD or tape.
I have it on CD.
Okay. That's a bet.
Yeah,
That's a
but
bet.
I would have to like dig. I would have to like dig through my stack of CDs to go find it.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, I did not like Change Clothes. I
Yeah.
really don't like it. I really don't like his first singles anyway. So when I heard it for the first time, I'm like, okay, I'll just wait till the album comes out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the album is great.
Yeah.
Like I've even now, 20 years later, I've even grown to appreciate Change Clothes. Um,
Yeah.
99 Problems, man. The storytelling is
Oh yeah,
is.
and salute to Bun B because he
Mm-hmm.
kind of like used Bun B opening to one of his verses in 99 Problems. So salute to Bun B, man. So,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Once upon a time, not too long ago, a nigga like myself had the strong arm. I hope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was Bun line. So big shout out to Bun, man.
And also on 99 Problems was also inspired by Ice-T.
That's right. That's right. We can't forget to mention that. Ice-T
Exactly.
and brother Marquise from
Hmm.
the Live Crew.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah,
And, and Rick Rubin, produced the song, and it doesn't sound it doesn't sound like a retread of what he had done for the Beastie Boys. It actually sounded contemporary, but
yeah.
still a nod to the past. Um, I loved the first. I loved. I felt this song should have been the intro, December 4th, because like the first song is like a weird instrumental. I wish that December 4th would have been the opening song.
Like
Um,
just come on with that song.
yeah, because it
See,
immediately
yeah.
uh,
Sweet Water was born on.
yeah, because his mom narrates uh, Jay Z's life, from
Yeah.
birth, to the time that his father left, to the time that he left home, and then once he became successful, like those interludes between the verses, it did a great job of kind of describing the action between the verses. And Just Blaze production is very soulful,
Yeah.
and then it bleeds right into Encore, you know, and man, Encore. I get every time I hear Encore, I get goosebumps whenever John Legend starts singing and blending with the background vocalists,
Yeah.
because the breakdown after the chorus before Ho's last verse is very tribal. It kind of sounds African. Like
Oh,
you remember in
oh.
the documentary for Thriller in no not Thriller in Manila, but Rumble in the Jungle, when
What Ali Boombaye?
yeah,
Yeah.
it kind of sounds like an African chant where the
Oh,
crowd is rooting. Yeah,
oh.
hove
Yeah.
up. Like it gives me that African chant,
Hey,
with the Africans
John
rooting.
Legend
Yeah,
killing the vocals though. He was
it,
high
it's it, it's
notes.
it's very spiritual,
Yeah, that's right,
and
bro.
um, I, I know people don't like this song, but Justify My Thug, I do like it. Quick, to me, it's not one of Quick's best produced songs. The beat, the beat is funky enough,
Yeah,
for Jay Z to do his thing. It's okay. I mean, it's noteworthy for DJ Quick producing on a Jay Z album. Um, but man, um,
I can't lie, bro. It's some secret bangers on here, man. Like that didn't make it to be like singles. I guess they would be like album cuts or B sides, whatever they want to call it.
Lucifer, man,
Lucifer, like Moment of Clarity, like it's crazy, bro.
absolutely. And
But Lucifer,
like,
that's Kanye, right?
yeah,
Yeah, that motherfucker, bang.
like I know, like something tells me that Jay Z wrote for Lucifer, man, because and like the way that Jay Z's vocals rise and fall against Kanye West's bass line. It's like
Yeah,
there's an ebb and a flow in Jay Z's rapping that matches the tension in Kanye West's music, and the fact that he's writing about temptation and sin. It's a very spiritual song. It's the war between good and bad. Like that's absolutely
yeah,
um, uh, uh, to me, it's in my top 5 songs from this album.
Oh yeah, that's fire.
But if there's, I only
I
have
fuck,
one misgiving
well,
about the
I don't fuck with Lucifer, but I'm just saying
album.
I like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, and rest in peace, Bob Marley, man. We got to
Oh
rest
yeah.
in peace, Bob Marley, man. Cause I think they sampled Bob Marley on that joint, right?
Yeah.
Did
I
they
don't know
sample
what.
Bob Marley?
Yeah, I'll have to look at the credits
Yeah, yeah,
because I know
man.
Jay-Z at this end said something about Bob.
Yeah, no doubt.
I do have one misgiving
Oh no,
about the album.
it wasn't. It wasn't Bob. It
Oh,
wasn't Bob. It wasn't Bob. It was Max Romeo.
oh, okay.
So, but rest in peace, Bob Marley. Anyway, man. You know what I'm saying?
I do have one misgiving about the album.
What's
I
that?
would have I would have ended the album at Allure because Allure sounds like, you
That's
know,
my joint.
yeah, man.
That's
Because
my
my first last, it kind of drags. But Allure, man, like yo, you could play that song on the freeway, on the highway, man, and just feel like
yeah.
you're, you know, like you're in the movie, man, because the synthetic strings are very cinematic by the Neptunes, and it's pretty much like his like his uh like the curtain call. Like he sang goodbye to it all and moving on to another life, man.
Bro, I bumped this album like back to back to back to back, like nonstop on a road trip from H Town to LA. And every time Allure came on, it gave me a feeling because we was on the highway, like you said. You know,
Mm-hmm.
every time Allure came on, it gave me a feeling. And it got to a point where I just wanted to hear Allure back to back, like 4 or 5 times in a row. You know, that's a certified highway song right there. You know what I'm saying?
And the piano chords,
Yeah.
again,
Real
against those strings, man. It just like
yeah.
it
I don't.
it inspires feelings of triumph. Like
Yeah.
it's a song that celebrates triumph in overcoming and getting over. Like, have you heard the Superfly album by Curtis Mayfield?
I got that joint on vinyl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like there's a at the very end there's a just as the horns are starting to swell and the baritone saxophone, it plays it plays like a 3 note vamp, but that 3 note vamp, that's what makes it feel like it's triumphant, like like it's heroic, you know, like I really like whenever I hear Allure, it kind of reminds me of the end of Superfly where Priest, he makes his last score. He tricks the corrupt cops. He walks away with his money. He fools the cops. Uh, he survives the attempts on his life, and he just drives off to his hog and just drives away off screen. Like I think if this was like a movie, it would have been like Carlito's Way.
That's what I was gonna say. Like
Yeah,
Carlito is like the outro to the perfect ending of Carlito's Way. Like
yeah.
if we could choose our ending, you know what I'm saying? It would be a Carlito's Way score.
I'm sure Carlito would. I'm sure Jay Z would have changed the ending. Like instead of getting shot by your rival,
Yeah.
he would have survived. He would have survived the game and walked off into the distance.
to go and sell rental cars in paradise.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Now, I ain't gonna lie, man. My screen, I pushed a button or something like that, and I don't know exactly what the fuck I done did.
I thought you
And
was. I
did
thought
I
it was gonna. And I know, is there like a lag or something?
did I disappear off the screen or something, or like
No,
what?
like it's like you're on screen, but you're frozen. Like it's like
Yeah,
it looks like a still photo of you.
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know what just happened. I don't know what just happened, Raka Bash. It's stuck. I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
Let me see.
sometimes it's like that. I'll a couple weeks ago, like the network on my phone automatically, like for some reason, like I couldn't get a signal. like
Yeah,
like
it's
I couldn't even make a phone call. That's how bad it was. So like there's no explaining it, or at least I don't know how to explain it.
uh
Yeah.
oh, I think I might have did something. Am I back? Hold up. I might be back. It just froze, huh? Still frozen?
Yeah, like it looks like a still photo, like you captured in time.
I might just be, man. I might just be stuck in the matrix right now, man.
Yeah,
Oh shit, that's crazy, man.
but I can still hear you.
Well, that's good. You can still hear me. Hold up, let me see. I don't know what's going on with this motherfucker. Damn, Rocker Bash. I sure hate that it fucked up on us right at the very end.
Man, we were
But
just cooking.
yeah, at least we got the convo off, man. But shit, I don't like this. This ain't how we supposed to be rocking. But like I
Yeah,
said, I
it would make like a dope ass album cover.
wait a minute. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. All right.
Yeah,
Now I'm back,
now it's back to normal.
but now I gotta go back to that one. There we go.
Oh, okay.
That's more high definition right there. You know what I'm saying? Bro,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let this shit kick my ass, bro. You know, they like to say that when you get old, you don't know how to control this shit.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna let these devices whoop me, man. But
Man,
yeah,
that's like my biggest fear is not understanding how to do some simple troubleshooting,
yeah,
like 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 reset the default to bring it back to its original state. If it's if uh, the if the camera freezes frame, mid mid show or something.
right. You know another song, bro, especially from the movie when Timberland played that "Dirt Off Your Shoulder" beat.
Mm.
I think everybody they watched that movie. I think everybody went crazy on that part right there, bro. Like,
I think like that was the equivalent of going viral in '03, man. Because when everybody saw that part in the movie, everybody started doing it at parties, at the clubs,
yeah,
especially like Like I love when when Timbaland played the beat for Hov for the first time, and Jay-Z's facial reaction was
He went
priceless.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
he went.
he had so many memeable moments when Timbaland played Dirt Off Your Shoulder for the first time.
And Timberland, you could tell Timberland was feeling the fact that Hove was feeling it because he was bouncing and shit, doing his little bop. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it was gonna
Hell
come
yeah.
together. Yeah, I like that shit. I like
I
that
mean
shit.
that song has become so iconic, so much so that
Yeah,
when Barack Obama took office, the first thing that he did was brush the dirt off his shoulders.
yeah, yeah. Ladies is pimps too. Go on, brush your shoulders off. Yeah, I like that one. Now, what song? Now, you already said Allure should have been the last song.
Mm-hmm.
But are you saying that my first song shouldn't even been on there? Or it should have been somewhere else?
I say it shouldn't have been on the album because thematically,
It's my life.
December 4th would have been uh, the if I could have if I was in charge of sequencing, I would have made December 4th the first song to be the album's opener. And then Allure was the perfect closer because there's really nothing to be said after that because you done captured everything that could be said with Allure. Like
Okay.
you're like
So you
uh
saying really the first interlude and I mean the interlude and my first song, those two should have just they could have left those off.
are you talking about like the first song where it's like the first track is like a weird beat playing in the
Yeah,
beginning? Yeah, I
yeah.
would have gotten rid of that and put
So,
and made December 4th the first song
and
because
a
like
little
imagine hearing December 4th as the first song, you know, with
yeah,
both Strings and Gloria and Jay-Z's mom
yeah,
introducing the album, introducing her son's life story on that song, and then Allure is the closing song. Like
yeah,
that's the song where you uh you pour the champagne to celebrate leaving the game. You're going to seek better pastures. You done conquered the rap game. You done amassed all of these hits, all of these awards and accolades. Like you're pretty much uh like you're pretty much popping your collar. Like
yeah,
my first things last, thematically, I get where Jay-Z was going, but it just kind of dragged near the end, especially with the shout outs. It was
yeah.
like I felt like uh
He ain't had no seat on his bike, you know, and all that.
yeah,
And the dog,
I ain't going nowhere with mosquitoes.
yeah, and the dog peed on homie leg. All right, so
Yeah.
let me ask you this, bro. Um, if Hove would have stopped right then and there, would he have been who he is today? Not financially and all that shit, but you know how we call him the GOAT and the greatest and all that old stuff.
Hmm.
Would he have been? Would he have that title if that would have been the very last album?
Absolutely. But
Because
like I think the Black Album it would have bookended a great career. It starts with Reasonable Doubt, and then you bookend it with the Black Album.
all right,
That's the the Black Album. I believe people would have looked at his rap career as something that is the aim to mark for. Like people would have looked at as Jay-Z as being the GOAT for being a rapper first and foremost.
All right. Because I'm thinking Kingdom Come, American Gangster, Blueprint 3, Magna Carta, Holy Grail, 444.
I mean, but with the
He didn't
exception, with
he
the
didn't
exception,
have to he didn't real quick,
mm-hmm.
he didn't have nothing else to prove. Like those were some bangers, but you felt like he didn't have nothing else to prove lyrically after the Black album, and those albums really could have, not saying they're obsolete, but they didn't really add to what he already was.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think that's the best way to put it. Is that the
Now,
later albums
some people
after the
might say
Black
that
album,
Magna Carta took away,
yeah,
but
Magna Carta is his worst album to me.
yeah, I ain't gonna bash it.
Yeah, I'm a to use a basketball analogy, like uh, from '96 to '03, Jay Z had a 60% field goal shooting percentage.
Okay.
Like percentage, it was the top. It was at the top of the league. He was the leading scorer in the NBA. He was, an all-star, all-team NBA from '96 to '03.
All right.
And then with the Kingdom Come album in '06 down to 444, it's like he is
He wasn't coming off the bench though.
no, not coming off of the bench.
But he was still.
Absolutely, because even though the quality of his albums have waned, he's still major. He's still a draw.
Yeah.
Like he would be like uh I would say like Kobe near the end of his career, where he's still a draw at every arena that he plays at, but instead of playing 82 games, he has to play like maybe 65 or 70 games due to injury, and he's going to put up 40 points, but he's not going to lead in win shares. He's not going to be the reason why you win games. He's you can't put him on other teams' best score. He's he's in the twilight of his career. So he will always be the topic of discussion whenever he puts out an album. But in terms of MCing, meaning when he's rapping, like what he's talking about, the way he flips words, his songwriting, the way he makes the listener feels through rapping, I feel like that peaked with the Black album.
Gotcha.
Like every time people talk about Jay-Z, it's always about him as a business mogul, as an executive. It's about everything but the music.
Yeah. I like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty dope, bro. So yeah, we celebrated some joints, man. I'm putting all these in rotation this week. Starting today.
Which album are you starting with first?
I got to get back on that P Rock joint. I'm I don't like where I left off. I was still on side one, like you said.
Yeah.
I got to get back into that. I might even put the headphones on so I can make sure I'm all the way into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to hear every ad lib and everything.
I can't listen to music without these on, man.
Yeah, I
Like,
want to hear.
I don't know how people can even do it.
I like to dissect it, and that's what I'm gonna do this week. Like, and I'm also interested in going to check out that G Unit because I
Yeah.
never bumped the whole thing from beginning to end. So I'm gonna check that out too. But I'm gonna leave the bangers for last.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave the
Well, I
classic.
feel like Pete Rock and G Unit, very albums where you probably want to put that in the whip, like, and really sit with the album, because like I'm the kind of person where like I gotta listen to the album in multiple ways, man. I gotta listen to it on my home speakers.
Yeah.
I gotta listen to it,
See what it sounds like, huh?
on the road. Gotta
Okay.
listen to it, when I'm working out, whatever.
So let's see. So this is how I'm gonna do this. Tomorrow. No, well, tonight I'll bump Pete Rock. I'll finish bumping that.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow I'm gonna do Tribe, Black Album, and G Unit. I just rotate them all day tomorrow. Just shuffle them.
Yeah,
Yeah, Tribe, Black Album.
That's a great rotation.
Yeah. And then on Wednesday, I'm gonna mix a little Wu-Tang Wednesday with a little West Coast Wednesday. And I'm gonna just shuffle. I'm gonna shuffle the coupe and 36 chambers all day long. You know what I'm saying? Just to let each one play and let it catch me off guard of what song coming next. You know what I'm saying?
It definitely keeps it interesting, man. Like you're not going to.
Yeah.
It's also a great way to um, let go of any preconceived notions that you have the about the songs themselves. Like you may think that you may like one song over another because of a particular production aesthetic, but you may wind up liking one song that you felt you may not have liked otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna mix it all up, man, and do some homework this week and like dig into the credits and see if I can find like some hidden gems, man. You know what I'm saying? And make a playlist or something out of some of these joints.
It's like when I was like, for example, when I bought P Rock Soul Survivor on cassette.
That's that. Put it up to the camera right quick. Let's see something.
Yeah. Can you see it?
Hold up. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see. Hold up. How I put it on you and make it. How I make it just you widescreen. Hold up. Boom. There you go. Yeah, man. See, I'm gonna learn how to use this damn StreamYard. Just bear with me. I like that right there. Hey, it's something about having the physical copy though, bro.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, man.
See, like when I bought this, like in '98, I would read the credits along to the music, but now in 2023, like my eyes are getting. I need some glasses. Sometimes I had to squint to read the credits.
Get a magnifying glass or something.
Yeah,
Do it
I
like
gotta get a
that.
magnifying glass, man.
Bro,
Because
but what I like the fact that like if YouTube or iTunes or any of that shit, man, shut down, we still got this physical music. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's why I could never part with any of the albums that I have on cassette and CD,
Yeah,
man.
that's real. That's real,
Because
man.
even I got it was written on cassette, and the print is so small. But
Yeah,
if I had like a magnifying glass, like you said, I could follow along to the music
yeah.
because like sometimes,
Begin.
man, I don't feel like going to rap genius.
They don't have it right all the time, man.
and
I,
and I've
I
and I've
see.
seen some bad reprints of the lyrics,
Yeah,
especially it definitely kills me when I know I know the word that they messed up,
yep,
like it's pronounced something else, or the slang word means something totally different, but because they're either because they're not from here, Detroit, or where, or it could be anywhere else. Like if you don't, if you have a blind spot to something that you're not familiar with, then you're going to make assumptions.
try
Like,
looking up a Bone Thugs and Harmony song and
oh my god,
see how they fucked that up. You know what I'm saying? They fucked that up, bro.
man, like Billy Bones verse from Thug Love,
Oh yeah,
like that, like they've made so many mistakes where even Billy agreed to do like some annotations just to get it right, because like when you have incorrect lyrics, it totally uh you perceive the music completely differently.
yeah.
I mean, how can you not?
Real talk, bro. Yeah, Raka Bash, man. I'm glad we got a chance to rap, bro.
Hell yeah,
Mm.
absolutely, man. Like I haven't been on back to the lab what in a couple of months.
And then this is like something I'm gonna try doing maybe every first of the month over here on YouTube. Just to use it more. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We gonna get it. We gonna get it though, bro. But yeah, man. Before we go, man, just let everybody know again where they can find you at and what you got going on.
I oh you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Raka Bash, RakaBash. And right now, I hold Twitter. I have hold discussions on Twitter Space every couple of weeks. The last one was about special ass comments about NWA, and it was a great lively discussion with people that agree with special ed and some people that disagree with special ed. And I like to do Twitter Space because I get to host people that are older and younger, and they get to engage each other on so many topics. Like everybody has blind spots. Like, somebody that's younger may feel that an older person doesn't really take the music that they listen to seriously. And older people may feel that young people don't respect their history. They're dismissive of older music, older um artists, and what was gained by the movement of hip hop, especially during the '80s. So I like to uh, uh, host these discussions, and right now I'm in a running to win. Well, first of all, there's something called Supreme Sneakerhead, and it's a tournament style competition where people that are in the running, they are competing to win $10,000
Yeah.
in a trip to LA, and custom design their own kicks. So right now I've made it to the second round. I have to make it to the next round, you have to be in the top 10. So I'm I'm just encouraging my followers to vote for me
Yeah,
every
I want to
day.
try
The
some
link is
votes,
at the
man.
the link is in my bio. I'm at Raka Bash, RakaBash, and it costs nothing to vote. If you can vote every day. And for this round, the voting is open until November 9th. And
Yeah,
hopefully I'll move on. And I want to thank you, DMR, and my commission brothers for voting for me.
you already
Uh,
know.
I want to thank everybody that has voted for me. I appreciate all y'all. And I'm in 2024, bigger and better things. Blood Burgundy podcast is still I'm still doing. You can look me up. You can look up the podcast at Blood Burgundy Soul Podcast on Anchor. And
That's
thank
what's
you for
up.
having me on.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, man. I wanted to give my brothers, a chance to get on and, talk their shit. And yeah, man, it worked out perfect, bro. So, I'm appreciative of you. I appreciate you for taking
My
your
man.
time, being here for me, bro. So I appreciate that, bro. So yeah, man, I'm gonna sign off. And thanks to everybody for watching. My voice was in and out, but thanks to Raka Bash, man, we held it down though, man. So
Hey, you provide entertainment for all of us.
hey, yeah, yeah. And plus, I set it up to where you kind of, do most of the talking and it helped me, recover a little bit in and out, you know what I'm saying? So appreciate you, bro.
Yo, and appreciate you much more, man. And I
No doubt.
appreciate Back to the Lab and everybody that I've met, for the commission. Salute.
Salute, salute. We out, y'all. One love.